The Metaphysical Cannabis Oracle Guidebook. Introduction. Meta comes from the Latin word meaning beyond, giving us the study of transcending physical matter or the laws of nature. In compiling the tools I learned from the Cannabis Oracle and her teachers throughout the years, I have discovered that these teachings need to be released to aid the shift in consciousness. In the spirit of the divine feminine, the sacred masculine, and the cannabis plant spirit herself, I as a healer have therefore chosen to devise a method of divination to assist each spirit in their journey through the medicine of cannabis. Our ancestors had a very close relationship with this plant, and as we know, the study of epigenetics suggests trauma can be passed down through generations. Our environment is the signal of gene expression. So I invite you to take this deck into your environment and create new gene expressions that amplify your truth, your love, and your passions. I believe wisdom and education can also be passed down with the help of the spirit of the plant and the intention she helps carry. The teachings of cannabis vary from culture to culture, but all encompass the tradition. The metaphysical comes from beyond those teachings, and it is through nature that we gain this wisdom. Each unique spark has a divine mission and purpose, even if it is misunderstood by many. I was fortunate to have these rituals and esoteric teachings passed down to me from many elders within the Lakota and Cherokee tribes, and I have learned from other cultures, including the Mayan, Korean, Egyptian, and my homeland of Nigeria. Because there are so many diverse teachings, I have only begun to scratch the surface of the depth of knowledge from these ancestors. My purpose in creating this oracle is not to cover all the guidance on cannabis and spirituality that has ever existed. My hope is to awaken the inner healer and create a fresh connection to the divine, thus opening a doorway to understanding the most misunderstood plant. The plant has been demonized, but now returns to a state of grace. This system of divination and understanding has brought medicine to my own life and has been a transformative and powerful journey in the making. May this deck enrich the lives of all of you whom it touches, and may you all find the divine spark within. All the blessings, Maggie May. Part 2, Understanding the Deck. Origins. The cannabis plant is said to contain the golden blueprint of humanity, hiding in plain sight for thousands of years in multiple forms. No other plant has ancestral plant spirit medicine and the divine feminine cannabis connection. Cannabis played a central role in ancient rituals. A smoking cup artifact with charred cannabis seeds dating back to 3,800 years before Christ has revealed that our ancestors regularly used, cultivated, and honored this sacred herb in all of its divine femininity. The goddess Asherah, whose existence centered around the use and cultivation of cannabis, was revered in Hebrew and Canaanite cultures. In ancient Scythian caves, a rug was found depicting Asherah and her sacred cannabis, tree of life. It was here, some believed, among the worshippers of the goddess, that the ritual use of cannabis originated. Goddesses and priestesses would officiate ceremonies using cannabis to induce a state of consciousness open to divine truth and mythical guidance. Cannabis and the human female exhibit exquisite biological similarities, as the plant links up with the divine feminine form on many levels. Active compounds in cannabis have a molecular resemblance to estrogen. Even the sacred moontime fluids have been used by conscious growers as successful fertilizer. Only the female cannabis plants yield smokable seeds and flowers or fruits, and these seeds contain a rare gamma linoleic acid found otherwise only in spirulina, two other rare seeds, and in the nectar from the bosom of each sacred human mama. Ancestral intuition tells us to marry our masculine and feminine, the sun and moon aspects of the self. The conscious consumption of cannabis aids in this process. Without our natural feminine balance, we exhibit competitiveness, control, and fear instead of empowerment, and lose touch with our spirituality. The plant's spirit reawakens us to the versatility of this ritual herb, which has only recently, in less than the past 100 years, been shrouded in lies and misconceptions. Every major pharmacy in the U.S. carried cannabis tinctures as medicine until the 1930s, when prohibition began. When used with mindful intention, cannabis can allow intense healing to begin and profound enlightenment to take place. Honoring this plant's spirit will consciously help remove the stigma placed on such a sacred healing gift. An oracle, as referred to in this book, is anything that improves one's connection to all that is life. This includes healing your emotional, spiritual, physical, and metaphysical aspects. It also means knowing your purpose, power, strength, and shadow, and being friends with each of those parts of yourself. It's the constant living of life in a way that enables your accountability to your alignment. Cannabis is woven deeply into the human story, and we will continue to weave it into that of all future generations and beyond. The metaphysical cannabis oracle takes inspiration from deep African roots, patterns, integrations, cultural representations, and halls of learning that have been created to deliver messages of healing, especially to anyone astute enough to integrate those lessons in how you live. Nothing in life is ever truly free. We pay through our energy output and energy intake. Each card in this deck is based on major metaphysical lessons and carries hundreds of impactful insights. The connection. This system of divination is intended to help you develop intuition, seek confirmation in the world, and gain depth of perspective. When you call upon the power of the cannabis plant spirit and her oracles, you are asking to be admitted into a community that works in harmony. These are the lessons of the human experience, which through understanding can create a connection with your higher self. The co-creation. The cannabis plant spirit ally chooses to enter the consciousness of one who has been on the journey for many years and aids in healing the heart. An initiation occurs and brings great wisdom to the healer. Cannabis is known as the great deprogrammer, and it is said that techniques for mind control are less effective in subjects who use it. Cannabis use can help to create an independent state of mind because the plant's genetic makeup correlates with the human body biologically. a phenomenon expressed in the functions of the endocannabinoid system. The ECS is critical for almost every aspect of our body functioning from moment to moment. This system regulates and controls our most critical bodily functions, including pain control, immune response, emotional processing, sleep inflammatory response, and eating. The ECS is a vast network of chemical signals and cellular responses that run throughout our body and brain. The receptors in the brain are called CB1 receptors, and they outnumber many of the other types of receptors in the brain. They are like traffic lights. They regulate the flow of hunger, alertness, and temperature. The first endocannabinoid to be discovered was named after the Sanskrit word for bliss, Ananda. To stimulate these receptors, our bodies produce molecules called endocannabinoids, which are structurally similar to the cannabis plant. Cannabis is one of the plants humans have cultivated and co-evolved with for over 5,000 years, creating a bond that will continue to heal us as we continue to evolve. The work. In learning to call on the medicine of the oracles of the cannabis plant and beyond, you will work with animals, crystal spirits, goddesses, sacred geometry, natural forces, and a number of powerful integration techniques. These must be approached with reverence and willingness to accept assistance. With time, you may find that it is also possible to call upon the power of the deck itself when you are not around the cards for their specific guidance and request. As all things in the universe have the same molecular building blocks, which are the atom, the deck can become a guide to communicate with the divine through your life force energy, reminding you that you are always connected to the answers that you seek. It is these truths that have been passed down for eons, and these truths which could open the door to your future. The suits. Meta-Arcana. Major Arcana cards are the foundation of the tarot deck. We merge the traditional tarot suit with the Meta-Arcana. Each card in the major archetypes of the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck will embrace a new quantum possibility, enriched with symbolism to activate the hidden power within. Meet your new cannabis oracles. Physical suit. The physical suit represents the daily halls of learning and brings you beyond the physical into deeper wisdom. Each action is designed to bring your awareness to the physical body. Sometimes we need more than guidance to make change, and this suit will appear when it's time to do more than listen. Cannabis suit. These cards are the oracle's guide to consumption. These cards can guide you through a consumption ritual with the plant spirit in a variety of ways. This will include knowing the strength of your dose, what to do if you take too much, and getting familiar with the endocannabinoid system within your own nervous system. Oracle suit. May your cup overflow. In these cards, and goddess Orishas, voodoo queens, and deities of African cultures, debut powerful feminine and sacred masculine energy into your readings. These oracles have been forgotten by many, and they each carry a transformative energy you can receive. It is important to understand the value of balance in the sacred energies when it comes to working with the oracles. If you ask, be prepared for it to be given. Integration suit. Integration is the embodiment of the wisdom, realizations, and revelations that you've received during your spiritual path. The integration rituals help you expand your consciousness and create a new way to work with the plant spirit. This suit is used when you are ready to do rituals and integrate the shadow, and includes detailed instructions and specific manifestations to help you get to the other side of common core issues humanity carries. These techniques can be used with or without cannabis. Culture suit. These teachings can be used to address broader issues that may come from one's own personal or cultural trauma. This suit will address how you can integrate lessons into everyday life with practical actions and meditations. Expanding into the metaphysical, this suit will showcase new oracles and guides that may appear to you if you call upon their energy. Connecting to your deck. As I was diving into this work, I realized how much bigger this entire creation is than me. I believe everything in life is a co-creation. As a psychic and medium, creating this deck gave me the ability to channel spirit help to guide you too. The following is a ritual incantation for your heart that you may find is a powerful way to begin your practice. Please say the following out loud to your deck. May this work bring you closer to trusting the joy, peace, and transmutation. May the wisdom you are seeking be given to you in the utmost tangible form for you to co-create. Most of all, may your life be blessed with the continual confirmation that you are on the right path to your highest self. Write to your loved ones who are non-physical and call upon the angels, deities, guides, ancestors, spiritual monad, and star monad that you revere. Take the time to establish a bond with your deck, as it will be a new companion in your life. It is vital to let your space know that you are filled with gratitude. Create this space and fill it up as you are reading this. Know that you will be wrapped in grace and accountability. Breathe in and out for 3 minutes and connect with the self that you are seeking to gain more knowledge from. Try to journal your thoughts and downloads as the messages arrive. This will prove a valuable resource as you reflect on your journey. Take the time to spread out the entire deck. Step back. See the picture as a whole. From here, you may begin to sense your connection to the cards from a higher perspective. Let your adventure begin. Imprinting your deck and developing a connection. Material items carry a sacred meaning when you care for them intentionally. Think of your cards as friends and companions who are eager to assist you and help you thrive. Take them out daily and speak to them. Read them, study them, and enjoy their artwork. When not in use, keep them on an altar until you no longer notice the message or your animal friends knock it down. Wash your hands with cold water before you handle the cards. Whisper a thank you to them before placing them back in their home. What to ask and how to get real answers. Before you start reading, acknowledge that you are a student. Do you want an answer? Inspiration? Maybe you need clarity about an event or trauma. Sometimes a synchronistic spread just happens and you get confirmation that propels you into a deep dive. There are no right or wrong questions. Simply let your heart guide you as the Cannabis Oracle has for centuries. Questions to get you started. 1. What is the message I need the most at this moment? 2. What energy would help me resolve this conflict? 3. How can today be the best day of my life? 4. How does it get better than this? 5. What part of my lesson am I forgetting? Making the reading a ritual. When to ask. There is never a wrong time to do a reading. Guidance from the deck has many benefits if you do a reading at sunset or sunrise. You can start by drawing in a 4-count breath, lighting some incense, and creating a physical grid to lay out your cards. Then, begin your ritual. The intention is to connect with a higher energy frequency and direct it toward your reading. This is a moment for you to be silent and connect with what is waiting for you. I have found that connecting with binaural beats and solfeggio frequencies enhances the process. Reading for others. Reading for others involves opening yourself up to become a channel to deliver messages, potentially from another person's spiritual guides. It should not be taken lightly. Never read for someone who wants the outcome to be fueled by your desires. Reading for others should be taken very seriously, as you are asking your deck to receive messages from another soul group for someone other than yourself. Shuffling and spreads. Everyone has learned to shuffle and cut the deck the way they feel inclined. There is no wrong way to shuffle your deck. Taking the time to touch and acquaint yourself with the deck's cards one by one is the best way to familiarize yourself with the cards. Don't be afraid to get lost in this step, and feel free to create your separate piles of suits. Mix and match the cards to get a full, intimate relationship with them and your fully integrated deck. It is important to shuffle your deck with each reading, and important to clear your reading if you use your deck to read for someone other than yourself. If someone else handles your deck, knock 3 times on it before you start your reading. Again, you will develop ways of shuffling and cutting your deck that feel natural for you. After shuffling, place the cards down in a stack and, using your non-dominant hand, separate them. Ask for your ego to step aside and become open to receiving guidance. In any order that feels right, place your hands over the cards and begin the flow of a spread, either one contained in this guide or your own. Spreads. Now and future spread, also known as past, present, and future 2.0. This 3-card spread is an upgraded version of the traditional 3-card past, present, and future spread. The emphasis shifts from looking at the past in this situation to being present and creating a future from a vision that isn't tied to the past. When reading the Future 2.0 card, this practice actively quantifies or magnifies your manifestations when you begin acting and believing as if the manifestations have already happened. This is because your mind is creating your reality using future feelings instead of past emotions. Metaphysical Oracle Spread. This 7-card spread came through to me as I was working with the chakra system and learned that each chakra is connected to a certain star. With that, I bring you a spread that will have you pulling from multiple suits in the deck to connect to direct messages coming from beyond the barrier of Earth. Regardless of culture, within the chakra system, there exists nerve plexuses, psychohormones, and culturally defined divinities. Each chakra corresponds to the attributes of different African orisasas. Chakra star system alignment. Make sure each suit is separated and draw 7 cards as follows. First card is Root, Alpha Centauri, physical suit, Sango. What to do to relax tension in order to reduce karma and world entanglements. The second card directly above is the Solar. This is Aldebaran, the Cannabis suit, Yemoja. What to do to regulate primal needs in order to maintain your health. Third card, directly above Solar. Sacral, Anatares, from the Cannabis suit, Osun. How to let love and compassion radiate from within. Fourth card, directly above. Heart chakra, Regulus, Pollux, Specia. This is integration plus culture suits. Character Ogun. How to emphasize a sense of purity, innocence, and magnetism. Cards 5 directly above. Throat, representing Pleiades, from the Oracle suit, Obatala. How to guard against negative thoughts. Sixth card, Third Eye, representing Sirius, from the Meta Arcana suit, Orun Mila. How to induce visions of the past, present, and future. Seventh and final card, at the top of the spread, Crown Chakra, Beyond, from the Meta Arcana suit, Ori Strive to fully realize the divinity within. Tips and tricks of using the deck. Be mindful of a few things that may happen as you use this deck. Jumpers. There will be cards that leap out at you when your guides are trying to make sure you do not miss their message. Maybe more than one card jumps out at a time. Pay close attention to where and how they fall. As you work with the cards, certain pairings may start to develop special significance. Make note of these. Here is where you deepen your work. Remember, the deck is an extension of you. Reversals. The oracles within the deck have been channeled to deliver the exact message you receive when holding the cards. The cards will work with you to give deeper insights when looked upon upside down. Cleansing. Cleanse your deck upon arrival with your favorite method of clearing. Clearing. Clear your deck regularly to regulate the energies flowing through and around it. Do this more frequently if you are reading for other people. Altar. An altar is similar to the medicine bag in how sacred it is. It is not meant to be shared with the public. It is your sacred space where you go to pray and to connect with the divine channel that you hold a unique connection with.